to the launch of Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington 2019 campaign against child marriage in Malawi. Child marriage is a human rights violation that has impacted the lives of young girls in Malawi. Child marriage has deprived so many girls of their potential to reach their goals. Adolescent pregnancies, poverty are among the reasons most of our girls in Malawi have been forced into child marriage. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a young woman full of passion for a girl child has risen to say no to child marriage. Tonight, the Queen herself, Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington 2019, says no more child marriages in Malawi. And tonight I'm joined by two young girls who I'll be discussing with just to share how they feel about this day and how significant it is indeed to launch this type of a campaign in a country that has been negatively affected by child marriages. Atika, the grand lane. Leo nditiro mwana wabili mene tukazikita campaign yabanera ya Nellie Matewere amene akunena kuti ndithethe mauwajani. Toyamba ndikufuse kunena kuti inyonga datsikana mukudzidwa bwanji ndikhani kalimene.
Ifeyo ngaratsikana kudzidwa ndikhani imeneyi chifukwa yoti timazunzika lapanga zimenezi ndiponso timasowa tiorani chochita foti timachitidwa nkhanza zambiri.
Zikomo kwambiri mmene mwadona tatifotokozereni inuyo tsiku la lero ndi tsiku lopambana kwambiri mmene nditutsikana nzathu amene ndi Nellie Matewere akukhazikitsa kampeni yapadera yothetsa maukwatana. Iweyo ngati mtsikana zimenezi zikukhuza bwanji?
Ife zikulikudza kwambiri chifukwa ndifachipepere ndikuti likhale pabanja sizikhuza bwino tikuyeneka kubwera sikulu ndefe chifukwa chimenechi tikuwokondwa kuti zitani tibwerere sikulu.
Inyo ndatsikana amene ndithu muli ngati chitsanzo kwa atsikana anzanu munapitako ndithu maukwati ana koma munapanga chisankho kuti tibwererenso kusukulu. Mumatifotokozereni kuti nkhani yake ndiyotani?
Nkhani yanga ndionera zoti nthawi amene ndinali kubanja ndimavutika kwambiri ndiponso ndimachitidwa nkhanza kwa azizanga amandisala kuchalichi ndinasiya kupita foti amandilana amandinena ndiponso mwamuna wanga amatatochawowo amangondimenya pamene zimandipangitsa kuti ndizikhala ndi chani ndizikhala ndi nkhawa.
Neso ndinali nkhawa chifukwa ndinali kuchipepere mbanja ndati transport ndiwoyembekezera zimandivuta ndikamuwuza kuti transport kumandiuza utopita kuna kulikonse mene ungapite ine ndilibe ndalama tikatero ambomenyana kenako basi azinzanga akamandiona kumandiseka ndimakanikanso mapilosikelo ndikati mwina ndipemphe ndalama kuti ndikufuna tizakudya zinazi kumalephera kuti mwina ndidye ndikuti ndikapemphe waneba ndikati mwina ndadya ambeso kundiseka ndezimenezi zimalikhudza kwambiri.
Ndifusenso kunena kuti nthawi imene ukapanga chisankho kuti mwina ndikwatiwe unkayembekezera chani?
Mene ukapanga chisankho kuti ndikwatiwe ndingayembekezera zoti chilichonse chimene ndimachifuna zizapezeka ndimbekekezo kuti zizazimamira kuti chilichonse padeka kuti ndikwatiritse zofuna zanga koma sizinatheke mavuto.
Utapita kubanja munatatifotokozere kuti mene ukufotokozera kuti mene unkayembekezera sizinatheke mavuto anji ena amene unakumana nawo utapita kubanja?
Mavuto amene ndimakumana nawo ndimasowa zakudya zovala zimene sopo kumene kupemphetsa.
Palatsikana ena amene ndithu nawonso ali msituation ngati imeneyi anasankha chisankho yoti mwina akukhala kubanja kwasabwererenso kusukulu manyo ndatsikana amene unachita chisankho yoti ubwererenso kusukulu malangizo kwa atsikana zako?
Atsikana zanga ndikulangiza kuti abwererenso kusukulu chifukwa tsogolo lake yese likuchani maphunziro sungapanga chilichonse panga chani kuona maphunziro ndiponso kubanja kuti tsogolo kufika kumeneko.
Ine ndiwalimbikitsa atsikana nzanga kuti bwere sikulu ndifanana nacho chembere osawamba zoti ndi mwana makolo basira mwanayo business school anthu omwe aja amaneseka aja adzakhala kumalisikiraso feroko ndiye ndiwalimbikitsa atsikana nzanga amene kumabanja azimayi otofuluwana akayendera asakeranyaze iyi adani amvere tifoti sukulu ndisogolo
A round of applause for our young girls tonight. In summary, these girls are saying they once were forced to get married due to the challenges that I've explained here, poverty and the peer pressure. But with the help of the mother groups, here they are today. My young lady here is in Form 1. My young lady here is Form 2. They have children, but they decided to go back to school. A clear indication that indeed it is possible to fight against child marriage in Malawi. Atika nimedatukuza kwambiri kuti mlinafe mazuwa mzigo wa kutoa karavasi. Manja wao. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a saying that goes, we are only pencils in the hands of the Creator. We cannot proceed with this program without God's guidance. At this time, allow me to invite to the stage the spoken word queen, McLean, to open with the word of prayer. McLean, it's your time.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone tonight? You guys seem really chill. What's up? Are you okay? Is everyone okay? Yes. All right. So we're going to open with a prayer. Ambuye. Ambuye. It's a new day. Please be with us wherever we may be. Ambuye, as we sleep, please watch over my wife and me. Ambuye, we are blessed. Thank you for the gift of children. This bouncing baby boy will be my legacy. Ambuye, it is yet another drought. Please let me find a way to feed my family. Ambuye, thank you for my daughter. She will help around the house and in the fields. Ambuye, Tagorana, thank you for the rains. Finally, we managed to plant today. Ambuye, Ambuye, Ambuye. There are too many mouths to feed. I don't know what to do. Help me, I need you. Ambuye, thank you for the food today. We almost didn't have anything to eat, but you made a way. Ambuye, her mother says she's now a woman. Thank you for this blessing. Ambuye, I found her a handsome family with a son that can take care of her and us. Things will change. Marianka. Ambuye, she's scared, but I don't know the fear. But I know the fear will pass. It's only a matter of time. Ambuye, help her mother talk some sense into her. Ambuye, she's finally in her new home. I am told she's begging to come back. Ambuye, I'm going to be a grandfather. Ambuye, her mother says the hospital thinks there could be a problem with her pregnancy. They say she's too young. Ambuye. Ambuye, 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 ambuye. Mwamuja, mwamuteka. Thank you.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Kathleen. That's our young lady there who expresses her talent through the spoken word. Before we continue our program tonight, allow me to recognize very important dignitaries tonight. In our midst, we have Madame Habiba Osman, the Executive Secretary of Malawi Human Rights Commission. She's also a human rights lawyer and an activist against child trafficking and child marriage. And tonight, we also have in our midst Launch Matewere, the U.S. Department TAP hero, and his wife. We also have live from the United States, Nellie's mother watching live, and we also have Nellie's family in our midst, members of the media, and other notable dignitaries. Now, the moment that we have all been waiting for tonight is finally here. Our Queen, Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa 2019, is ready to speak to us. Our Queen, it is your time.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody that came here to support our guest of honor, the Malawi Human Rights Commission, Executive Secretary, Ms. Habiba Osman, my uncle, Mr. Maxwell Majore, the USA Department of State, 2020 Trafficking in Persons Report Hero, my fellow young people, my mom, thank you for the everlasting love and support. I really appreciate that. And my guests in Malawi, the survivors of childhood marriage, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to say my name is Nellie, like she already mentioned. I'm Miss Africa Washington 2019-2020. And I would like to say good evening to you all and good morning to those that are joining us from Seattle and anywhere across the world. A few months ago, I made a promise during my term of office as Miss Africa Washington State 2019-2020 that I shall contribute towards campaigning against child marriage in Africa. I made that promise without knowing that our rights to free movement will be restricted by the most scariest disease, COVID-19. And however, I thank God that my dream can still be fulfilled even though I'm here in the United States. Most of us might be wondering why I'm particularly concerned with child marriage in Malawi or in Africa as a whole. I'm concerned because it is a practice that threatens children's well-being and that constitutes multiple violation of their human rights. Not only that, I'm also concerned because it is a harmful practice that has been shown to have profound physical, intellectual, psychological, and also emotional impact on children, especially our young girls. I've chosen to start my campaign in Malawi, the country of where I was born, because over 50% of women aged 20 to 24 first got married before they even turned the age of 18. And as we're meeting here today, I've been informed that Malawi Human Rights Commission has recorded over 12,000 cases of child marriage in the year 2020 due to COVID-19. Malawi is a country where about 4% of the population is married before the age of 15 and 25 is married before the age of 18. It is a country with one in every 5 teenage girl is in a formal marriage, and the 4% is an informal union, which is a huge number and which shouldn't be like that. Girls from poor households and those raised by women with no education are more likely to get married early. And today is one of those greatest days of my life as I fulfill my promise, the promise that I made on my appointment as Miss Africa Washington 2019-2020. Today, I'm here to witness the launch of my campaign that will provide training to 20 female models I have recruited to be available to thousands of girls that are at risk and need protection, need mentor and advice. This campaign will also sensitize members of the general public and children on the dangers of childhood marriage. Not only will it do that, it will also enhance the collaboration among stakeholders on the need to protect children at risk from childhood marriage. Also, we'll use posters, and through these posters, we'll sensitize the public on the need to report or forced arranged child marriages cases in Malawi to the nearest victim support unit that is provided in Malawi. It will also encourage community structures to continue monitoring and rescuing and also rehabilitating the victims of childhood marriage. Well, let me leave the rest of the talking to the guests of honor who I've invited to launch the campaign, and the book that I've prepared to give the girls some tips on how they can prevent childhood marriage in Malawi and in Africa, because we are all one. Finally, I would like to take this time to thank our guest of honor for sparing her time to come and launch the campaign. It clearly demonstrates that we have adopted common approach to addressing common challenges as our basic tenets in addressing childhood marriage. Lastly, I would like to say thank you to everybody, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention, and may you all have a blessed day.
A round of applause for our queen tonight. That's Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington 2019-2020. I am quite touched. I don't know about you. From a young girl who was once forced into marriage to a queen driven by passion to advocate against child marriage. Nellie, thank you so much. You're such a phenomenal woman. But I find myself not in a better position to say thank you. So on behalf of all the Malawian girls, let me invite back McLean to the stage to say thank you on behalf of all the Malawian girls. A round of applause for McLean as he comes on the stage to say thank you. If you're not a fan of poetry, I promise you this is the last one. It's called Nellie. How can you be just 20 years old with already a legacy that demands to be told? How can you carry a story so potent it can arrest anyone with a heart in a moment? You're a queen at just 1 + 19, you're a star. And only a few days ago, I didn't even know who you are. At first I thought she's just a beauty queen. That's obviously jealousy and envy. It almost got the better of me. But then, I read your story, and now I'm in awe. The strength, the fortitude, the raw will to survive, the defiance of a culture that brought hope from your life. Here you are, thriving and alive, making your own choices, building your own life just the way you want to. It is no small task to leave an institution that is ages old. It is no small task to walk away from what our ancestors bind and hold. It is no small task to rebel and say no, especially since a young Malawian woman's voice is not loud enough. It lacks the bass that society stands to attention for. It is no small task to be you. It is no small task to be us. So, on behalf of every woman, girl, man, and boy who hears your story, I hope they get it. I hope they see that it is unfair to have to be that strong, that it is unfair to have to be thrust into a world where your right to say no, society thinks is wrong. It is unfair to have to be your own protector, barely grown when you have two. It is unfair to have to wrap your mind around a commitment that you had no say in. It is unfair that you had to find a way out. Our society should be ashamed.
attention for not seeing that every woman and girl is a queen. That every woman and girl has self-sovereignty. That every woman and girl is a Nellie. And she deserves her agency. She deserves it and should never have to demand it. So mine is a sorry. Sorry that this world almost got the better of you. Sorry, but also, thank you. Thank you for being the heroine of your own story. Thank you for being the heroines of your own story. Nellie, thank you for being the heroine of our story. Thank you.
Thank you, that's our lady there, McLean, for the second time saying thank you to the lady of the night, a woman who has taken a bold stand to stand against child marriage in Malawi. We know that right about now, almost 42% of girls in Malawi get married before they reach the age of 18. And 1 in 10 girls get married before they reach the age of 50, which makes this campaign quite key to fight against child marriages. We realize that we cannot successfully launch this campaign and implement activities under this campaign. Therefore, at this time, in a special way, I would like to invite Pastor Kalua from Pentecost International Christian Center, PICC, to dedicate this campaign in the Lord. A dedication prayer from Pastor Kalua.
Hallelujah. We're not taking long, but I'd like to ask all of us to bow our heads so that we can offer a prayer to God, dedicating this course to God. Let us bow our heads and pray. Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you and we glorify you. For it is your good pleasure, O God, to lead our hearts for any good cause. We know, Father, that this cause is your cause, because you cause us to will to do according to your good pleasure. And today we know you have caused many to will to do a good cause here on earth, in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we know that this is your cause, because you are the greatest advocate, fighting against any oppression of those that are needed. And for the fatherless, you are the one who raises up to come down and free even the people that are in bondage. And now there are many Malawian girls, many girls in Africa that are under this curse of getting married early. And you are the one who can rise up even more. And of course this woman, Nellie, to rise up on your behalf. Thank you, Father, for causing her to rise up. Tonight, therefore, we are offering this prayer to you. Praying, Father, dedicating this cause into your hands. For you are setting your ways in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. That, oh God, we should commit our thoughts unto you, and they shall be established. Tonight, we establish this cause in the name of Jesus. Father God, wherever it shall go, Almighty, it is established forever. It is immovable in the mighty name of Jesus. We commit this cause unto you, O Father, because whatever you start, it can never be ended by anyone. Whoever raises up to fight against this shall find themselves fighting against you, O God. We continue to pray, O God, upon your grace on Nellie, in the name of Jesus, and all the people that you have given her, that you might grant her wisdom, in the mighty name of Jesus, to be able to run this cause according to your precepts and your law, in the mighty name of Jesus. That you shall grant her wisdom, because you know when they say, those who lack wisdom, they can ask from you. And Father, you will meet lots of endeavors, you will meet lots of different people. And Father, it is your wisdom that you be able to people now. You're giving our laborers now. But we are praying for more laborers because your work is massive. For the 2% is not a small percent. Many girls have been afflicted. And so we pray, oh God, that many laborers shall arise for this cause in the name of Jesus. This cause shall be able to spread far and wide in the mighty name of Jesus. Let divine laborers arise. Father, according to your word, as you made came day by day, according to 1 Chronicles chapter 12, verse 22, they came day by day to table. May many come day by day to this cause. That this oppression may end in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we pray now that we remove any barrier to this cause in the name of Jesus. You say your grace of science to tell you are raising up Nellie and every campaign you are raising them up. So therefore we pray you are breaking every bar of iron, you are breaking every gate of post in the mighty name of Jesus. Whatever can arise to come against our campaign, oh God, we are coming up against it in the name of Jesus. We render it useless in the name of Jesus. Even this disease called COVID-19, we render it useless in the name of Jesus. That she may be able to rise up and do our campaign well in the name of Jesus. Father, the door of Malawi is open. Father, we are praying, oh God, that you shall continue to open up more doors. Continue to open up more doors in the mighty name of Jesus. This campaign, oh God, shall experience the favor of the Lord as doors shall open in different sectors. Now it is beginning in Malawi, but let it spread far and wide in the whole Africa. In the mighty name of Jesus, let more doors open. Let more doors open. In the mighty name of Jesus, we are praying. Father, we know you are the one who causes news to go abroad. In Luke chapter 4 verse 14, it says news about Jesus went far and wide. It went far and wide. In the same way, oh God, news concerning this cause, it shall go far and wide. It shall spread throughout all Malawi. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Father, we give you all the praise and all the glory. Father, in this cause, we pray that this cause shall be a center of excellence. They shall operate in excellence in whatever they shall do. In the mighty name of Jesus, we are praying. And Father, we are praying for all the laborers that you are raising up this time, that you shall give them the grace. Give them the grace to work hard. In the name of Jesus, give them the grace to do this cause. In the mighty name of Jesus, Father, you put them in your way. Clothes were taken. They are taken from poor body, and they are given to the sick, and the sick are able to recover. That means any form of media we can be able to carry anointing. Father, we pray for this group in the name of Jesus. That is carrying this message. We are praying, oh God, to anoint this group, that it shall be able to go out. Let this message reach to many. In the mighty name of Jesus. I have been in this place for just a few minutes, oh God. But this cause has touched me completely. And I am also fighting this cause together with this group. So Father, whoever shall read this book, oh God, whosoever shall read this message, oh God, shall be stirred up in the heart to be able to rise up to fight against this oppression that is arising in many girls' lives. In the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we give you all the praise and all the glory. Thank you so much for what you have done in Malawi, for this cause that they have risen up to join the cause of fighting against child marriages. In the mighty name of Jesus. And I pray for each and everyone here, committing, oh God, this cause unto your hands. In the mighty name of Jesus. Because whenever you are with us, then none can be against us. And if you are with us, then victory is our portion. Thank you, Father, because we have received the victory. Thank you, Father, because our plans are established. And we dedicate this to you, because we know wherever you build, it cannot be destroyed. In Jesus' mighty name, we have dedicated this cause, the campaign against child marriage, and to your hands. In the mighty name of Jesus, we have prayed. Amen.
Quite powerful prayer there. Thank you very much, Pastor Kalua from PICC. Dedication prayer for the campaign against child marriage by Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington, 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now getting closer to the special moment tonight. The launch of Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington 2019 campaign against child marriage in Malawi. It is now my singular honor to invite to the stage Madame Habiba Osman, the Executive Secretary for Malawi Human Rights Commission, a human rights lawyer, an activist against child trafficking and child marriage. It's your time, Madam. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as she comes to the stage. Good evening. Miss Nellie Matewere, Miss Africa, Washington State, 2019-2020. Mr. Maxwell Matewere, the UST hero, a colleague, a fellow activist in the trenches, and your spouse. Pastor Kalua from the Pentecostal International Christian Center, PICC. I understand we have Nellie's parents in the house, Nellie's friends, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning in Seattle, Nellie, and good evening in Malawi. All protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor for me today to grace this occasion of the launch of the Child Marriage Campaign by Ms. Nellie Matewere, who is the ambassador behind the Malawi Campaign Against Child Marriage 2020. I'm pleased particularly to note that Ms. Nellie, while in her office of Miss Africa, Washington State, announced that she would be an ambassador of child marriages in the country to join the many voices that have acted and spoken about these vice. What is more exciting for me is that she has chosen this platform at a better time when COVID-19 has destroyed the gains that we as a nation have made in this area. Just in 2020 alone, government through the Ministry of Gender conducted a rapid assessment which revealed that 13,000 girls have been forced into early marriage because of not going to school for almost a year. The assessment also noted, among others, that many girls have dropped out of school because of teenage pregnancies, and the numbers are also staggering, around over 30,000. This study was conducted in the whole of Malawi. Ladies and gentlemen, statistically, as we've heard tonight, Malawi has one of the highest rates of child marriage in the world, with approximately 1 in 2 girls married by the age of 18 years, and 46% are married by the age of 18, and 9% are married by the age of 15. Teen pregnancies contribute to 20 to 30% of the maternal deaths in the country. It is therefore highly likely that child marriage was a result of those pregnancies. And 60% of women who have never been to school are married early. It is highly likely, again, that idle time leads to early pregnancy and subsequently to early marriage. And 36% of those that are married to men that are 10 years older, and 67% are married to men that are 5 years older. These statistics therefore fully support the premise that child marriage increases maternal and child mortality and morbidity, because these are the issues that we do not want to discuss, but these are the issues that are real. And they put young women at increased risk of violence and curtails girls' and women's educational and economic opportunities. And we have noted that a key challenge to eradicating child marriage in Malawi is also entrenched by the attitudes that accept the practice as normal. So even before COVID-19 hit us in Malawi, child marriage was and is still an issue, but has gotten worse in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, it is therefore quite timely that Miss Africa Washington State has decided to choose to launch this campaign in the year that we have witnessed unprecedented numbers and a surge in child marriage. We are in a crisis, and that needs many voices to amplify the issue from every platform, including this prestigious platform of Miss Africa Washington State, Nellie, who is our very own Malawian lady.
Why do we need to act now? We need to act now so that we can reduce the numbers. We can prevent child marriage, protect our girls, but more importantly, we must also ensure that the law will act on the perpetrators. The country has multiple initiatives for keeping girls in schools, but only in selected parts of the districts in Malawi. Therefore, this launch will help spread the message as far as I see that it will be also virtual, because we also noted that she said, we can register. So may I encourage those that are here today to spread the message of this campaign far and wide. The country in Malawi, as we know, or some of us know, has a national strategy for ending child marriage, which was developed in 2018 and expires in 2023. But it lacks budgetary support. And also, it really lacks transformative change in the cultural norms, attitudes, and behaviors. However, the strategy is saying that there is need for increased access to quality and relevant education for young girls. It also promotes comprehensive sexuality education, sexual reproductive health rights, information, and services to adolescent boys and girls. Again, the strategy is very key because it also talks about strengthening the income of girls and families, as we've heard before, that child marriage is also due to poverty, and communities with the provision of economic and other livelihood opportunities. The strategy goes on to say that we need to have an enabling legal and policy framework to enforce and end child marriages. Again, it also talks about multi-sectoral implementation and coordination mechanisms for ending child marriage. I am happy, therefore, for this campaign that is going to be launched today, because organizations have also said they are going to partner with Miss Africa. Again, organizations like Eye of the Child have been working very hard over the years to curb issues like child trafficking and other areas. So it is pleasing to note this evening that Eye of the Child, Girls Empowerment Network, and Gateway of Hope are instrumental in the advocacy on child marriage in Malawi and girls' empowerment. Malawi Human Rights Commission is ready to partner with Nellie on this campaign, as this is also a human rights violation that we are watching closely, but also that needs our attention. It is my prayer, therefore, that all of us in this space, but also all of the people in other spaces, will lend support to Miss Africa Washington State to execute this campaign well, as Malawi needs more young people. Nellie is only 20, to take a stand against child marriage as part of their participation. It is indeed pleasing to note that she has selflessly dedicated her campaign, her office, and her reign to eradicating child marriage. We need more voices, we need more champions like Nellie, and we thank you very much for putting Malawi on the map because of this campaign. With this, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to declare that the campaign will be launched in a few minutes. I am just waiting for the candle so that we all launch it. And again, we pay tribute and honor. At the same time, we also propose a toast to this campaign. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. This is the candlelighting in dedication to Nellie's campaign. Can I ask us all to stand just for a moment? I know we're supposed to pay a toast, but I think standing is also an honor. So maybe we can use our voters. Let's toast to the campaign as we declare it launched today on 20th December 2020. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please do take a seat and let us clap for Nellie.
Thank you very much. That's our guest of honor, Madam Habiba Osman, the Executive Secretary for Malawi Human Rights Commission, officially launching the Nellie Matewere Miss Africa Washington 2019 campaign against child marriage. Beautiful, breathtaking, life-changing moments in Malawi as we have sent a message out there that we are standing against child marriage. In a special way tonight, allow me to thank the guest of honor, Habiba Osman, for honoring us with her presence, Maxwell Matewere, the TIP hero under the United States Department, Pastor Kalua from PICC, our girls, the child marriage survivors and the mother group, our poets tonight, McLean, members of the media, the production crew, and all important dignitaries tonight that have come through, and of course, Crossroads Hotel for giving us quite a beautiful place for us to launch the campaign tonight. From me, a host, I've been Memory Singer. It's goodbye.